Welcome back. If you are a gardening fan, we have a master gardener in our midst today, Elaine Sedgman, joining us. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes. You know everything there is to know about gardening, basically.
Well, no.
Master gardener.
I can look it up really well.
Yes, well, I know you guys know your stuff. We have Elaine on the show today because she is going to be part of a one-day seminar, if you will, or a teaching clinic at Big Little Science Center. It's a week today about bees and the part they play with pollination.
It's part of a camp at the Big Little Science Center. So it's one day, July 10th, and we have a honeybee keeper coming. So she will bring her demonstration hive and do all sorts of stuff, honey tasting and all sorts of great stuff. And then we also talk about the other bees, because honeybees is only one kind of bee. So we're going to teach the kids about pollen pants bees. They collect the pollen on their legs, and the hairy belly bees, which collect the pollen on their abdomens. And we'll talk about bumblebees, and we'll walk to MacArthur Island, to the butterfly garden, and we will net bees and then jar them and look at them, and then we will let them go, and we'll count them there too.
I think this is really important because we're, you know, it seems to me in the last only few years, people are becoming aware of how important bees' role is in the food chain and with pollination. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yes, well, there's a saying that 1 in 3 bites that we eat has to be pollinated by an insect, and that is very true. But, you know, it's not just about us, too. It's our whole ecosystem, so all sorts of animals depend on pollination. So, you know, the berries, bears need to eat the berries, or the mice eat the berries, and then the raptors eat the mice. You know, it's all part of an ecosystem.
Yes, it is, truly. And even I was talking to you in the green room about whether or not to use landscaping cloth, and you can if you want. It's not the greatest idea, says Elaine, but if you bury that soil, the bees can't get in there to lay their eggs.
That's true.
I didn't know that.
70% of the world's bees nest in the ground, and the females dig little holes down, and they have little tunnels, and they lay their eggs and provision their eggs. They go out and get pollen and nectar and have a little ball, lay their egg, and they close everything up. In fact, if you walk in Peterson Creek Park, we saw them last year in the Rose Garden, you could actually watch them do their thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We have pictures of some of the different bees. And again, I'm learning something today. I didn't know that certain bees collected pollen in different parts of their body. So this is, what are we looking at here?
This is a pollen pants bee. This is an agapostemon, and these are very common in Kamloops, and you'll see them in your garden.
Yes.
This is, you know, up above the river.
Okay. And then moving into this one,
this
is a
hairy belly bee.
And they collect pollen on their bellies.
On their abdomen, you can see it. Their abdomen sort of tips up, and you can really see them. Yeah. And this is a Coelioxys. It's actually a cuckoo bee, so it lays its eggs in the hairy belly bees' nests, and they chew through the leaves or the mud or whatever, and will lay their eggs there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you guys put out a pamphlet. Who is it that's behind this? There's 2 pages worth of this
That's
pamphlet.
the Master Gardeners. We produced this, and it's on the City of Kamloops website, so you can get it there.
And then sort of be better aware of what kind of bees are out there.
Yes, so it's all sorts of bees. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great.
Yeah.
So, we've got about a minute left. Tell me about the fact that you guys count bees. I mean, how do you count bees? They're flying around everywhere.
Yes. Well, we had a citizen science project last year, and we're doing it this year and next year too. So we trained participants to learn how to look at bees. So, you know, to look at honeybees, bumblebees, the pollen pants bees, the hairy belly bees, wasps, actually, they actually pollinate, and flies, actually, 30% of our crops can be pollinated by flies, so flies are pretty important. So we count all of those. So we just go very carefully, and we look very carefully, and we count them, and we have special survey sheets, and we check everything off. So it's been a lot of fun.
Is it true to say that we have a problem with the bee population? Do we have as many bees as we need right now in our part of the world?
Well, we don't really know, because, you know, we're just starting our count. So we did it last year, and of course it was very difficult because of all the smoke, because bees you know, they orient themselves to the
Sure.
sun.
Sure.
And so this year it's been raining.
Yes.
So,
Maybe July will be better.
well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Yeah, we don't really know.
But perhaps in the future we will if you get the counts down.
Yes, that's right.
Elaine, we're out of time. I really appreciate you being here today to tell us about Pollinator Day.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, very welcome. And again, this is at the Super Wow Science Camp. This is at Big Little Science Center, but if you would like to learn more, you can get a hold of Elaine. Elaine, what is the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, actually, I think you should phone the Big Little Science Center, and their number is 250-554-2572.
Fantastic, and that's on the screen as well, so people
Yeah.
have that information. We'll take a
Okay.
quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Okay, thank you.